So, Representative Reynolds, we heard the information about the DEI study. So we're glad that the study stays in there, but having that study will help us understand the impact that by removing these programs, the DEI programs, can have on our universities and community colleges. So ever since this bill has come up, have you also heard from community colleges and universities and those that actually apply for grants that this bill does not provide them cover to be able to apply for these grants and that they could likely lose these grants? Have you heard that?
Absolutely. Representative Collier, I've heard from a considerable amount of people from colleges and universities. Many of them fear retaliation, so they didn't want to speak openly and on the record, but they called my office, as they have many other people's offices, that this bill will chill those programs. Many of the programs that have benefited from federal funding are at jeopardy with this legislation, and they're concerned about the adverse impact it's going to have on their college campuses for recruitment of students and retention of faculty and staff. That they've already seen an exodus of staff. Just last week, I heard someone say that they had rejection letters because of Senate Bill 17 and Senate Bill 18, that people were saying they were going to go elsewhere. I'm concerned that this is going to have a slippery slope and it's going to have a exponential detrimental impact on those universities that have welcomed students of color, that have welcomed LGBTQ plus students, that this bill is going to adversely impact those universities. But yes, I've heard from a number of people and they have addressed those concerns.
And you know, when I was, we were having a discussion about this bill when we debated it, one thing that was not emphasized as much was the impact it will have on community colleges.
That's correct.
Because they too apply for grants, and so they are in jeopardy as well. And so by eliminating this opportunity, and I know that what the bill is saying is that they're just taking away the name, it's still the same, but still, it's going to have a detrimental impact. $1 billion+ could be lost by the state of Texas in funding as well as quality faculty. And so that's
Absolutely.
a concern that we also have.
You just articulated it very well. Also, it's going to impact over 1.5 million students. So yeah, this bill is a solution in search of a problem. Prior to this legislation, I don't know about you, but I never heard from one university or college or community college saying, you know what, we really need to end diversity, equity, and inclusion because that's a real problem in this state. I don't know any member. I challenge any member to show me. I've never heard a study during the interim that there's a problem that needs to be addressed. So this came out of nowhere in February during Black History Month by Governor Abbott. And quite frankly, I think it's just nothing but partisan politics.
And what also is alarming is that there is not much diversity when you look at the athletic programs. They're very one-sided.
Absolutely.
And so they do not have diversity within those programs, and yet they're eliminating the DEI department.
Absolutely, yeah.
That
is, I'm glad that you're having this conversation on the record so people can think before they vote. Let's not just push buttons here. Let's look at how this is going to impact day-to-day operations at colleges and universities. How is this going to impact the student and faculty and staff? And I think that this is going to send us backwards.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.